Hello, good morning, everybody. Coming to you live from a basement somewhere in Bozeman, Montana. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this episode. I got some pretty decent topics for you. I got two of them in particular that I think are going to tickle your whistle. And we'll see what we can do for you guys with bringing some good quality content regardless of where we happen to be. So go ahead and chat in and tell us that you are here. That's called roll call. And we like to know what you're doing, right? So tell me today. Let's get a little bit more interactive. Tell me where you're at, right? Tell me what your setup's like. It's nice to hear from you guys. I like to see the interaction and hear what's going on. So just tell me where you are, right? Are you at your kitchen table? Are you on mobile? Are you walking around? Are you listening from somewhere? Are you watching on YouTube? Like, what's going on? Just give me some deets. I think that's what the kids say for details. So I'll give you one deet right now. I have a problem right now. My problem is my coffee cup, and it's currently empty, and there's nothing in it. I'm thinking about leaving this Airbnb like a 1-star review because they are pushing tea on me. And like, I don't want that. Who's giving tea instead of coffee at the place? There's nothing coffee related. All there is tea. So they're pushing their personal agenda on me. And I'm like, oh man, how bad is it when you wake up, you get ready, and you're like, yep, coffee time, and then there's no coffee. So anyways, is 1 star too harsh? I don't know. We'll look into that and we'll figure it out. So first topic for us today is it's going to be time to give you a raise. Let's talk about how you can sell some more expensive homes. We've had some clear examples of some agents that are starting to sell a lot more expensive homes. And I want to go ahead and describe that and talk about and congratulate some people that I've heard about recently hit new price point highs. And that's amazing. And I do have some other examples. I pulled up an article and said, you know, here's how we could be doing this, right? So I have an article on that one. And then I also have one on branding. I dug in, and I think you guys know that I'm a big Ryan Serhant fan. So I have something from him on branding, on how he brands himself and how he thinks that it's important that agents brand themselves that work with him as well. So it's kind of the same philosophy that we have, and I thought that would be additive if I went ahead and shared some of that stuff with you guys. So there you guys go. Let's hit it. Topic 1. It's time to give yourself a raise. Yep, that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and sell some more expensive properties. I like that. So we've had several agents set new highs very recently with numbers that I've seen come in, right? I start to see numbers come in like 950 and 1.1 and 1.2 and 2.5. I saw one come in the other day at 4.5, but it just had an extra zero on it and it was really 450. So that's like, it's totally fine, right? Sometimes mistakes happen, but I got super excited for the agent when I saw that come in. So if any of those numbers resonate with you, congratulations to you. I don't want to point you out specifically, but you know who you are and you should be congratulated because you're doing a great job, right? So as we're kind of going through that, I did have an article as well with a couple of ways to go ahead and do this. So what I'm going to do is share this article and discuss them, and we'll talk about setting new highs for yourself and new price points and getting yourself a raise. All right, so here's this article, and we'll put that in the description for you. And this is going to be, if you want to raise, here are six tips to increase your average sales price. Because when you raise, your high, then it's going to pull everything up. I'm a big fan of getting rid of the low ones. If you can find a little bit more time in your day, then you're going to do a great job. So that's my first tip, is to eliminate the lowest ones, right? Like just slash at the bottom. When you slash those and just get rid of them, then you're going to end up doing well. So that was the idea of installing a minimum, is so that it forced you to remove those from your pipeline. But let's go ahead and see what this guy has to say here. So he wants you to choose your farm well. So that does make sense that if you are farming or participating in a more expensive market than another, then you're going to also have higher price points, right? So, something that would go along with that is I've seen as we move from one home to another, that if when the home was more expensive, we did sell more expensive homes just because of that. It was really crazy because I don't know if it was a mental thing. I don't know if it was just the people that we would associate with. I'm not really sure, but our price point definitely went up. And it's not that we were farming that area, so to speak, but it was just more about being in a more affluent thing. You might also see that you, as an individual, have been selling more expensive homes because the market is now more expensive. It's kind of like everybody got a raise, right? So that's one of those items there. So is what it is. Number 2 is going to be to know your luxury market. So if you're going to be selling more expensive homes, you need to be knowledgeable about it. So it is one of those things that if you want to sell expensive properties, then you do need to meet the custom builders. You do need to know where they are. You do need to be touring those areas. You don't want it to be the first time when somebody brings something up that you're unaware of it, right? So you should know each of these different places. I would challenge you maybe to go out and see one new super premium location on a weekly basis to know where it is. Go on a Sunday drive and see those places. And that's going to go ahead and just give you some more knowledge, right? No tax consequences for luxury real estate investors. We talk about that from time to time. So you'll see topics such as 1031 exchange. You might see a 1031 reverse exchange. That's something a little bit different where you buy the property before you sell it, and you can do it out of order. So there's different things there that would be important to you. So knowing the tax consequences are going to allow you to talk about it and talk about, higher price things. Be where the luxury clients are. So, this is like the person who joins the country club because they feel that the people with more money are at the country club. And I don't know, a lot of it comes down to being true to who you really are. And if that's your scene, then that's probably good. But if you had hobbies that were at one end of the spectrum or the other, it's probably something that if you had an opportunity to gravitate towards the one with the more expensive or more affluent people that do it, would probably be even better. Okay, so just kind of consider that. Be where they are, and step up your marketing. Right, so spend a little bit of money and do those things to reach these people. So maybe that marketing is something like I don't know, maybe you're picking between a couple of your hobbies, and maybe it's you sponsoring something within that group. Maybe it's you sponsoring a team. Maybe it's you putting out the money. Maybe it's you putting some money to host the event or to bring the food or the appetizers or the drinks or something like that to the organization. So that would be marketing in that type of way, which is being true to you and following your hobbies and what you're kind of doing. So we do it often with kind of hosting, right? If there's something going on, we would host what we're doing and then go ahead and post it. So post that on social media that like, hey, it was an honor today to be able to bring food for blank. Take a picture, all the people, tag them in it, and share that out. Now it's you doing something for this organization, and it's marketing, and it's high end, right? And that pretty much goes to the next one, which is hustle. And you have to be active and be around and be involved. So whether it's walking down the street and meeting new people and saying hello, you never know where those people are going to come from. So for example, this morning, I don't know if anyone's heard my hitchhiker story, but I did happen to hitchhike in the Grand Tetons, and it was really crazy that last night I get a text over, and he's like, one of the guys that I actually hitchhiked with lives in Brooklyn, and he's like, hey, I know you're in real estate. I've actually been watching your real estate morning show, shout out, and we are going to be buying a house, and here's what's going on. But we're in Brooklyn, New York, and we're buying a house that's worth blank. And I was like, oh, damn. All right, we can help you out with that, right? So we won't go over the exact numbers, but it is a really nice number. and it's impressive, and we'll see how we can help them out. So just a little hustle, just a little being involved is going to go a long way in different situations like that. Now, I can't personally go to to Brooklyn, New York, and help them out, but we can put in some effort and energy and go ahead and find a way to make that happen with giving a referral to a great local agent who can help them that we know, like, and trust. So pretty exciting, and I like it a lot. So those are some ways that you can go ahead and raise your average price point. And I'm super proud of everybody that has recently set a new high. That was one of those things that we wanted to do this year, right? Was everyone wants to sell more expensive homes and make more money. And that's kind of key and central to what we do. So today, just be thinking about that and find a way that you can impact it. Again, my personal belief is if you eliminate the stuff at the bottom, take your lowest transactions where you made the least or whatever that is, then maybe all of a sudden you'll find the time to put in the hustle and do those things, to be focused, to concentrate and put in the effort and energy to find the big ones, right? Whether it's through an organization that you're a part of, whether it's through a new hobby that you now have newfound time for, that you can raise your price point and sell more luxury buyers. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude us with this topic. Best of luck. Today's real estate word of the day is lender. Omkar's going to have to pull up the definition so I can read that, but I think everybody knows what it is. Well, that didn't work out too well. Let's just go to that's a wrap, because that's going to be totally unusable. So we'll go to that's a wrap and see what we can do there for you. Well, that's a wrap. I covered just one topic. I had the Ryan Serahant one, and I really liked it. And then I looked at the time, and I was like, I want to be a little respectful today. So Ryan's really good. I'll have that one in the queue, and we'll go over that one at some point in the near future. But just really think about your price points and how you can set that new high. I was really, really excited for a lot of you guys as you start to have that. I often reach out to you with text or emails or whatever, and try to talk with you when you're doing great things in your career, and I'm really proud of each and every one of you guys. So that's about it. Congratulations. See you later. Goodbye. Go ahead. Okay. That's all we had to do. Thank you.